Yeah, just PSA, I didn't approve for no crap to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive.
Oh, we got the last one. Say what's up today.
I'm on the way.
What happens when a man walks out of prison after 2 long years, and both of his exes are ready to face off over him on the same day? That's exactly the kind of chaos that unfolded when Blueface finally stepped back into the world. The moment he walked out those gates, social media went wild, because the footage that surfaced had everybody talking non-stop. Picture this. Blueface just got released, trying to reconnect with his kids at an indoor playground, all smiles and peace, when Chrisean Rock shows up with their son. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. His other baby mama, Jaidyn Alexis, saw that viral clip and said, "Oh no, I'm not letting this slide." Within hours, she pulled up to the same spot. Can you imagine the tension in that room? But wait, it gets even messier. While Blueface was behind bars for nearly 2 years, Chrisean was out living her best life. Seen hanging out with people he didn't vibe with and even dating 2 other guys. Now she's acting like she's been loyal the whole time, trying to play the happy family role, and the internet's been calling her out on it. Everyone's been whispering about this drama for months, but when these 2 women finally came face to face over the same man, it turned into a whole new level of chaos. Now, before we get to who really came out on top in this love triangle gone wild, let's talk about why Blueface was behind bars to begin with, because the version you've heard probably doesn't tell the full story. According to Wack 100, who was managing him back then, Blueface violated his probation by heading back to Las Vegas when he was told not to. Here's where it gets even more unbelievable. Wack 100 warned him straight up, "Stay out of Vegas." We're still dealing with that attempted case situation, but guess what happened next? Chrisean wanted to hit Vegas, and when Blueface told her his manager said it was off limits, she hit him with that bold attitude like, "What, he your boss now?" And just like that, one bad choice set off a chain reaction that changed everything. The story's wild, and we're just getting started. Instead of playing it smart and listening to the one person trying to keep him out of trouble, Blueface let his emotions take over. And that's when everything went sideways in Vegas. Things were supposed to stay low-key, but it turned into a full-on mess. While out there, they ran into a fan who said, "Rock, we love you, but we can't stand him," pointing right at Blueface. Chrisean, who was pregnant at the time, didn't take it lightly. She got upset and things got heated fast. Blueface, trying to calm the situation and protect her image, grabbed the fan's phone to delete the video clip so it wouldn't spread online. But here's where it all went downhill. The phone was worth over $800, and that one move ended up getting him hit with a robbery charge, even though he gave it back just seconds later. That charge connected back to his California probation case, and suddenly he was facing serious time. They were talking about 4 years mandatory behind bars. Thankfully, his lawyer worked some legal magic and got it reduced to 300 days in county jail instead. Still, the wild part is that all of this could have been avoided if he had just listened to Wack and stayed out of Vegas. One decision changed everything. Now let's get into the real story, the baby mama breakdown, because the drama between these 2 women has Blueface's world spinning out of control. First up, there's Jaidyn Alexis, the original baby mama and the mother of his 2 oldest kids, Javon and Journey. These 2 have been on and off for years, and no matter what happens, Jaidyn's always been the steady one in his life. When Blueface says his daughter Journey is the most important girl to him, that's Jaidyn's baby. She's known him since before all the fame and chaos. Then there's Chrisean Rock, the wild card in the story. According to Wack 100, she came from a tough background, starting from nothing and suddenly landing right in Blueface's world. But from the jump, people around them said she didn't show signs of being ready for all that came with it. Responsibility, maturity, or stability. And that mix of personalities, it's exactly what turned their situation into non-stop drama. Chrisean was just figuring things out as she went, trying to navigate fame, love, and motherhood all at once. She's the mother of Blueface's youngest son, little CJ, short for Chrisean Jesus Jr. The tension between her and Jaidyn had already been building for years, but things really exploded once Chrisean got pregnant. Jaidyn felt blindsided, like this new situation came out of nowhere and completely shook up the family vibe she had built with Blueface and their kids. Now here's where it started getting seriously messy. And I mean really messy. While Blueface was locked up, Chrisean was out here moving like she was single and ready to live her best life. According to multiple reports, she ended up dating not 1, but 2 different guys, while her child's father was still behind bars. First, she was seen spending time with a rapper who had a little street fame of his own. But that didn't last long. Word is, he couldn't handle the fact that Blueface's face and name were still all over her page, her interviews, and her life. The guy even told her straight up that she should just go back and make things right with her baby's father. That's when you know the situation had gotten awkward. Then she started seeing another man, and here's the kicker. This new guy already had 3 kids of his own and was catching heat online for not even being active in one of their lives. His ex went public, calling him out on social media, saying he needed to get it together, and even suggesting that Chrisean was making questionable choices by getting involved with someone like that. The internet didn't hold back. Comments, posts, and reactions were flying left and right. And to make things even more controversial, Chrisean was caught on camera getting cozy with these guys, kissing, dancing, and posting videos where she looked like she was living totally free. She even appeared on different live streams like Shaw Frost's and Dub's channels, talking about wanting to focus on her peace, live life, and get closer to God. It was a mix of emotions. Fans didn't know whether to cheer her on or call her out. But one thing was certain, everyone knew Blueface would have something to say once he got released. And when that day finally came, it was clear he was ready to reconnect with his family and his kids first. But the moment he did, the tension between his 2 baby mamas hit a whole new level. And the viral footage that came out afterward, it had the internet losing its mind. The viral clip looked like it was filmed at some kind of indoor playground or arcade. Colorful lights, kids running around, and Blueface right there spending time with his 2 older kids, Javon and Journey. Everything seemed peaceful at first until Chrisean walked in with little CJ. The moment she showed up, you could literally feel the energy shift. That tension in the air was impossible to miss. From the start, it was clear that neither Blueface nor his mom, Carlissa, was thrilled about Chrisean being there. You could even hear it in Carlissa's tone when she spoke, polite but distant, like she was thinking, why did she have to show up right now? Blueface, on the other hand, was trying his best to keep things calm, balancing between all his kids and trying to make the situation work. He was calling CJ by different nicknames, Junior, CJ, Sonny, trying to find what felt right while keeping the peace. But even with all that effort, the whole vibe was awkward. Chrisean was acting like everything was fine, smiling, chatting, and pretending like nothing had gone down over the past few months. The thing is, everyone watching knew the history. She'd been linked with other guys while Blueface was away, and now she was standing there acting like she'd been loyal all along. People online were already posting the clips and saying, "Girl, we've seen the receipts." And that's when things took a sharp turn. Jaidyn Alexis saw the footage of Chrisean around her kids, and she did not stay quiet. She jumped on social media and dropped a post that sent shockwaves across the internet. Her message read loud and clear, "Just a PSA. I did not approve for anyone to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. I'm on the way." That post alone had fans glued to their screens, waiting to see what would happen next. Everyone knew the moment Jaidyn pulled up, things were about to get even more intense. Jaidyn wasn't playing around for even a second. The moment she saw that clip, she dropped everything and headed straight to where Blueface and Chrisean were. She wasn't about to let anyone she didn't approve of be around her kids, Javon and Journey. And honestly, that's something a lot of people could understand. You've got to realize the dynamic here. Jaidyn has been in Blueface's life for years. She's the mother of his first 2 children and has always viewed herself as the main woman in his world. So when Chrisean showed up acting like she belonged in that family moment after everything that happened while Blueface was locked up, it rubbed Jaidyn the wrong way on so many levels. At the heart of this whole situation, it's about 2 big things, loyalty and respect. While Blueface was serving his time, Chrisean was out living like a single woman, hanging out with other guys, posting flirty videos, and acting like her baby's father wasn't even part of the picture. But then, the moment he got out, she tried to flip the script, playing the loyal partner role like nothing ever happened. That's where the tension really started to boil. In the streets, and even just in relationships in general, there's an unspoken rule about how you carry yourself when your partner's away. Chrisean broke that trust big time. Meanwhile, Jaidyn stayed focused. She didn't move messy or feed into drama. She kept her head up, looked after their kids, and kept things steady while he was gone. So when she saw Chrisean pop up and try to slide back into the picture, of course she was going to react. But here's the part that really hits home. The kids. Blueface has 3 young ones caught in the middle of all this back and forth. Javagan and Journey with Jaidyn, and little CJ, also known as Chrisean Jr., with Chrisean. They're the ones who deserve peace the most. These kids should be spending time with their dad without all the tension and drama surrounding them. When 2 women are battling over the same man, especially when one's been moving in ways that cause chaos, it doesn't just hurt the adults, it creates a heavy environment for the whole family, no matter how wild things get. The kids deserve better than that that kind of energy? In the clip, you can see Blueface really trying to connect with little CJ, playing with him, holding him, doing what any dad would do. But no matter how hard he tries, the tension between the two mothers is hard to ignore. He's clearly making an effort to be a present father to all his kids, but that ongoing baby mama drama keeps throwing him off balance. What really stands out, though, is how eager Chrisean seems to make things right now that Blueface is finally free. According to multiple reports, she's been saying she wants to give him money she saved while he was away, claiming, "That money was for my baby daddy and my son." She's been trying to prove she was thinking about him during his time inside, even saying, "He's got every right to be upset with me," and promising she'd never lie on him again. It sounds heartfelt, but her actions while he was locked up told a whole different story. The fact that she showed up at that family gathering knowing the tension that already existed made it clear she's trying to get back in his good graces. Fast. But the big question is it too late? Because from the outside looking in, a lot of people think the damage might already be done. Meanwhile, Jaidyn's response couldn't have been more different. Calm, firm, and strategic. She didn't jump online to talk wild or throw shade. Instead, she stood her ground with confidence. She set her boundaries loud and clear, saying she didn't approve of Chrisean being around her kids. And then she backed it up by actually showing up in person. That move alone showed she's serious about protecting her children and her role as the mother of Blueface's first two kids. It wasn't about clout or attention. It was about respect and protecting her family. And that's exactly why people are giving her credit for handling things like a grown woman in a situation that could have easily gone completely off the rails. That move from Jaidyn sent a loud and clear message straight to Blueface. If he wants a strong relationship with Javon and Journey, he's got to respect their mother's boundaries about who's allowed around them. That's pure boss energy right there. When the footage dropped online, the internet exploded. People were glued to their screens, dissecting every glance, every gesture, and every word like it was a full-blown reality show. Comment sections were flooded with takes. Some people were on Team Jaidyn, saying she had every right to protect her kids and keep things stable. Others showed sympathy for Chrisean, thinking maybe she was just trying to let her son spend time with his dad. But the majority of viewers weren't buying it. They called out Chrisean for the way she moved while Blueface was away. And here's the thing. The internet never forgets. Once people saw how things played out, it became more than just baby mama drama. This turned into a story about respect, loyalty, and the consequences that come when you don't move carefully in the spotlight. When your partner's locked up, there's an unspoken understanding about how to carry yourself. And many feel that Chrisean broke that trust in a major way. Now, she's facing the aftermath. It's not just about feelings anymore, it's about accountability. You can't live one way when someone's gone and then act shocked when people question your loyalty once they're back. The online community's been watching closely, and nobody's letting this one slide anytime soon. Moving forward, Blueface has some serious choices to make. It's impossible to keep both mothers happy, especially when one's focused on rebuilding trust and the other's doing everything to protect her kids and peace of mind. The best move, honestly, would be for him to stay centered on his children and figure out a way to co-parent peacefully with both women. That's the only real way to win here. But knowing Blueface's history and considering the strong personalities involved, it's hard to imagine things cooling down anytime soon. Chrisean's likely going to keep trying to prove her loyalty, while Jaidyn's going to keep standing firm and protecting her place as the mother of his first two kids. And Blueface, he's stuck right in the middle of it all, trying to balance family, fame, and a whole lot of public pressure. Blueface is stuck right in the middle of two women who both want a place in his life, but for totally different reasons. And honestly, this entire situation could have been avoided if everyone had just moved with a little more integrity and thought things through. Chrisean should have stayed solid while her child's father was locked up instead of acting like she was single and carefree. Jaidyn shouldn't have to constantly step in to shield her kids from the drama that's got nothing to do with them. And Blueface, he's got to face the fact that he helped create this chaos by having children with two women who can't stand being in the same room. Now, 3 innocent kids are caught in the middle of grown-up problems they never asked for, and that's the real tragedy here. The whole internet is watching to see what happens next. Will Chrisean be able to redeem herself and prove she's truly changed? Will Jaidyn keep her spot as the steady one who stands her ground? And most importantly, will Blueface finally step up, take full responsibility, and show some maturity for the sake of his kids? One thing's for sure, this story is nowhere near over. Both of these women are still standing strong. Both want their voices heard, and neither seems ready to back down anytime soon. But judging by how things have gone so far, it's safe to say that in this round, Jaidyn's definitely got the upper hand. If you've been keeping up with all this wild drama, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. Drop a comment below and let me know. Whose side are you on, and what do you think Blueface should do next? And of course, don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can join in on the conversation.